All right, so now in MKU, you've completed step 6 of after the skincare party, and I want to talk a little bit more in depth about money management. This is really one of the areas I'm most passionate about because I really believe that you're probably here with a Mary Kay business because you desired a financial impact for your family. And whether it's saving money with getting your products half off, making some money by selling those products to friends, family, building a customer base, or making a lot of career level executive income as a leader in our company, you fall in there somewhere. And I really want to make sure that you are equipped to know how to manage the money that comes into your business, how to maximize the tax return and tax deductions that you will get, and really truly be financially successful. I also am aware that many people do not have a background with a lot of information on budgeting, on money management. That can be an area that's very new to people. So we have a series of videos to talk about money management so that we can really equip you to do a great job and to feel like you understand this information. If something confuses you, please reach out to Laura, our consultant success assistant director, because she is really good and she can help you with this tremendously. So let's start by talking about the money. You learned how to fill out a sales slip already. That means somebody purchased something, they handed you a check, or they gave you their credit card information or cash. What do you do with it? So what you need is 2 free checking accounts for your business. So if you could take a blank sheet of paper and simply draw a line down the center so you have 2 columns. And I want to talk with you about the 2 bank accounts that you're going to need for your business. These can be free and these can be personal checking accounts. You are not required to have a business account because you're just working for yourself, but the accounts do have to be separate from your personal finances. You cannot claim tax deductions if you're intermingling that money. It has to be separate. So the 2 accounts that you want to open, one is going to be called profit and one is going to be called inventory. Profit and inventory. The inventory account is where we're going to start. So one of those columns where you titled it inventory, I want you to jot down these things. Your inventory account is where you will put 60% of your money. 60% of the checks, of the cash, of the credit card processing that you do, you're going to put that money in the inventory account so you can order the products you sold. Ideally, you have a full store stocked, or you're working towards having a full store stocked. And so when you sell products, you deposit that money and then you'll order, say, once a month or twice a month to restock your shelf. If you don't yet have a full store, you may have to order more frequently, and you're going to be using the money to buy some of the products. But either way, 60% of the money is going to cover the products, it's going to cover the shipping cost, and it's going to cover any random extra samples and things that you might need to order from Mary Kay. So that would be facial cloths, mascara wands, samples of lip gloss, little things that don't cost a lot, but you do have to pay for. So your inventory account, that money, when it goes in there, that 60%, all that you do with it is use it to order stuff from Mary Kay. That's it. 60% of your money goes into that account. You use it to place orders. When you sell a lot, that account gets really full. When you place your orders, the account gets really low. So it pretty much goes up and down, up and down. And that 60% will allow you to keep your inventory at the current level that it's at. So that's where hopefully you started with a little product on hand and you're able to just maintain that and you're able to keep that inventory strong, not having to order all the time and pay a lot of shipping costs and delivery costs. If you didn't start with a lot on hand, you may need to invest a little bit more of your sales into the inventory account to build that up so you can have the products on hand. So you might move more than 60% over, but if you do 60%, you will maintain your current level of product on hand. So all you need for the inventory account is a debit card, because the money goes in, you place orders with your debit card to Mary Kay and Touch, the stuff comes. That's it. The profit account is where you're going to put 40% of the money. So 40% of your sales money will go into that account, and it will pay for registrations for events. It will pay for a meeting fee for the success meeting. It would pay for cotton balls, just random stamps, things that you can't buy from Mary Kay and Touch, but that you need for your business on occasion. That should not be a super high amount. It's pretty low, and in future videos you'll have more information on how to budget for your business, how to project what your expenses will be and kind of do that. But for now, just know 40% is going to cover those things, and then the remainder of that money is going to pay back your investment in your business. So say you've set up to do $100 a month to pay back your investment. So you're going to put the money for your 40% in your profit account. You're going to leave maybe $20 in there to cover random stuff, and then move $100 to pay yourself back or pay off your inventory credit card, and the rest of the money goes into your family's budget. You get to transfer it straight to your family to do with as you like. Now, a couple important details. Number one, do not spend for your family out of the profit account. You have to move the money from profit into your family's budget and then use it as you like. If you spend out of your profit account, that's embezzling and not good. It'll mess things up really bad for your taxes. So move the money into your personal account, and that's a really good thing, because number one, you can say, hey honey, I just transferred $50 into our account. What do we do with it? And he sees, oh, your business paid us. Wow, that's exciting. So it's a good thing to do that, which leads me to the other really important thing I want to say. Even if you are paying back your investment for inventory, even if you're paying off, say, debt for your family with your Mary Kay money, it's crucial that you, as well as your husband and your kids, see the dollars that your business is bringing in. Do not put 100% of your profit into paying back your inventory. Even if it's $25 a month, take that $25 and take your family out for a special treat. Give it to your husband to do with as he likes for the month. Whatever will help them to see that your business is profitable. That 40%, that money that is sitting in your profit account is yours. And it is the hope. It is the future. And when you first get started, a lot of times, as we've talked about, you do have an inventory investment you've made. And so you aren't going to take quite as much profit. But the return is worth it. How much money you save on shipping costs, how much more that you sell at your appointments, how much more often people reorder with you instead of going to Target because they know she has it, she can get it for me. It is well worth it. Take it from me. 8 years in, it is so good to have inventory on hand. It does save you money. It does make you money, even though in the beginning you have to be a little more patient to not take the full profit if you're paying that back, but do take some profit. Take some for your family so they see, okay, this is where we're going. And then, okay, once that number's gone, we can take it all for us. And that is so important and makes your business flow smoothly and be not overwhelming of constantly having to go home and figure out what to order and wait for it to come. It's a really, really good place to be. And we call that profit level. When you get to the point where you have product on hand, so much so that most of the time when people order from you, you give it to them right away. Most of the time, if you're able to do that, and if you're taking as close to that 40% profit margin as possible for your family, that's when you know you're running your business at profit level. And that is a huge celebration in our team. That is a big deal. You want to get there as quick as you can. So pay attention to that, to watch out for those things. That way, when you get there, we can have a party and we can celebrate that you are fully free to earn and bring home money for your family. So we're going to talk more about money, but that's how those two accounts are going to work. So when you make money, you have a party or whatever, you're going to take all your money, put it in the bank, then either ask the teller to split the money 60-40 or go home and split 60% and move it over to that inventory account. So once you've moved that 60%, you know how much money you have to place orders, and you know how much money you have to pay back your investment and to pay yourself. And that's the beauty of it. So I recommend put all the money into your profit account, move the 60% to inventory. Same thing with credit cards. If you use ProPay, that money sits in your ProPay account until you tell it where to go. So you move that money from ProPay into your profit account, move 60% to inventory, and you're set. You have the money where it needs to be, and you know exactly what you have to work with for placing orders and for paying your family. And it just gets better and better and better. So go ahead and get those bank accounts set up. Practice through, think through the split of the money. Make sure that all makes sense, because you really want to have that set up as you start making sales.